Not just beautiful, fantastic talent. Thanks very much to all the lads. Miss Dowling, Miss Davison, fantastic. At this stage, I'm going to introduce our guest speaker. Mr. David Beirne attended CBS Primary School and CBS Secondary School, trained as a chartered accountant with PricewaterhouseCoopers, presently CEO of Whitfield Clinic Private Hospital in Waterford. David is remembered in CBS Kilkenny as an outstanding student and an outstanding sportsman. Represented Kilkenny at minor level in 1990, captained the Kilkenny Under-21 team in 1993, was a Fitzgibbon Cup winner with Waterford IT in 1992. I introduce David Beirne.
Thank you, Tom. As Tom said, my name is David Beirne. I'm an ex-pupil of CBS Primary and CBS Secondary. First of all, I'd like to congratulate everyone here tonight on their awards. A large and long list of varied awards that everybody deserves. And for those in first and second and third year, keep it up. I've been on this stage a couple of times over 25 years ago. The first time was as a transition year student when I was involved in the Juno and the Paycock play. I don't have fond memories of it, to be honest. I think I formed a part of a substitute. Maybe I got 2 nights out of 4, but they get me a part anyway. The second time I was on the award stage here myself as a 6th-year student. So it's great to see that the tradition is continuing. It's great to see the room full. Over 25 years ago we wouldn't have had as many as this, so it's commitment to the Parents' Council and the teachers and to the pupils, and again congratulations to everybody. There are a few things that define me and in no particular order. I'm a family man, I'm a Kilkenny man, I'm a Dicksboro man. I spent a number of years playing for Dicksboro. And I have a good hard work ethic, something that I probably learned from my time in the CBS and from my parents. One thing I'm not defined by my profession or my employment. I'm an accountant by training, but not a typical accountant. I hope anyway. I went to college at WIT and trained with PwC before going to Glanbia as a management accountant. And after that, I went to a family-run car and van rental company in Dublin. I then went on to construction and went through 8 years with McInerney's PLC. The last 3 years of those in the downturn, long hard years, and stayed to the end where we fought and lost the Supreme Court case. Great experience though. And currently now in healthcare, a big jump from construction. As Tom said, I'm currently CEO of Whitfield Hospital in Waterford, but I really could have ended up anywhere. I had an option to join the Army Cadets or to go to the Channel Islands with PwC, and I ended up in Glanbia with Beirne as a forestry accountant on a 3-month fixed contract. And I suppose all those decisions were guided by sport, namely hurling at the time. I got an invite onto the senior hurling panel, and had to turn around and tell PwC that I was kissing good luck to my career, not going to the Channel Islands, and I was going to have to play hurling. And I made the right decision, to be honest. And from that, every decision you make has a lasting impact on your life, on the path you take, and also on the experience you gain along the way. And experience is invaluable and something I place an awful lot of emphasis on, and something that particularly in healthcare is very, very important. It is so important in every walk of life, whatever the experience, whether sport, employment, public speaking, music, or volunteering. I would have loved to have played a musical instrument, was one experience I would have loved. We did give it a go here in transition year, where we were forced to play the recorder. I think that buried the musical instrument choice. But all the same, it's something I look back on now, that an experience that I enjoyed and an experience that I wish I kept up, and something my kids are now enjoying the tin whistle and the piano, and it's important as an experience. And another point, I was watching the news last night, and it was great to see Conor O'Loughlin, a former pupil at CBS as well. He's taken the lead for Troker in Nepal. I heard with Conor, and again you have to look at the experience Conor's getting in Nepal, and said that it's a fantastic experience, the difference he's making over there, and I was very proud to see him up there, and especially on the TV, representing all of us in Kilkenny and Ireland. I've always been team focused, and I suppose sport taught me this. I tried to apply teamwork to almost all situations. Even though most people would say I'm kind of rather single-minded, but I think it's a misunderstanding. But I believe there is strength in the team, and from that, particularly in healthcare, the team environment is so important for safe care and safe delivery of the service. And if you can marry experience with teamwork, you can solve any problem, or should I say, you can seek out any solution. And something I always try to do is look for the solution, and then apply the experience you've gained over different walks of life to get there. Once you see the solution, go for it. Sometimes it takes a little longer, you have to go, around and through somebody, but at the end of the day, if you know what the solution is, you have to get there. And again, experience in that is very important. A hospital environment teaches you to seek solutions using the team approach, as I said already. I'm always looking to learn something new as well, and that's very important. And healthcare has taught me how to improve on one thing I was weak on up to 4 years ago. I was a weak communicator, and I learned the hard way in a tough environment that you must communicate, and it's not always going balls out for a solution. And it's so important to seek solutions by communication. And everybody here should. I think building on what I've said is try to seek different experiences and take different paths when you have a choice, but seek advice before you take them. Sometimes I made decisions where I didn't necessarily ask somebody for advice. So if you have the opportunity, ask a colleague, a fellow pupil, your parents, your teachers. Ask for some advice before you jump. And even after taking the advice, you still may want to take your own decision. And always communicate and express what you feel along the way. I think that's very important. And finally, I remember when I moved to Glenmore, I'm now living in Glenmore in South Kilkenny. I moved there with my family, and I transferred from Dixbury GAA Club to Glenmore GAA Club to hurl in my final few years down there. I thought it was very important. Again, another experience. But one of the first things I said in the meeting room of the players, and I think it was the first week I was down in Glenmore, the first year hurling with Glenmore, a lot of the lads I knew from a distance because I hurled or play football against them. But my first thing I said to them was, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to win something. Or words to that effect a little bit. But learning from that, that's not the best way to communicate to a new team. So all I can say is choose your moments and always seek new experiences. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, David. And just before we conclude, we come to what is the most prestigious award of the evening, the presentation of the McFadden Medal. And I'm going to ask Mr. Beirne to present this award. McFadden Medal, named after Monsignor McFadden, a kind benefactor who established the school library. The McFadden Medal is a coveted prize. It's awarded each year to the best all-rounder in 6th year, who applies himself to his studies, who involves himself in school activities, and whose good spirit of nature enhances the life of the school. and captures what it means to be a CBS Kilkenny boy. 5 nominees for this award: Patrick Grace, Barry Hennessy, Owen Croghan, Robert Keenan and John Walton. This year's winner is highly regarded by his colleagues, and his teachers speak fondly of him and acknowledge that he has always been an approachable and courteous individual with an easy, personable manner and the relative maturity to interact with both adults and his peers on an appropriate level. He has represented the school with distinction on many occasions. We here in CBS wish him every success in the future and know that any college will gain from his presence among their student population. It is our opinion that Owen Croghan exemplifies what the McFadden Middle seeks to recognize. Congratulations, Owen, and thank you, David. The final musical interlude, again performed by the senior choir.